It's okay, Papa.
Hello, family, friends, fans, and fellow adventurers.
Welcome to today.
Welcome back, Practical Heroes. Hopefully, same time as normal. I think daylight savings is weird.
Not in a Maywood.
Not same time as normal
No?
for. Oh no,
Yeah,
it's
we're
same
the same
time
as
as
you.
normal for me. It's not same time as normal for you.
Yeah.
That's where I got confused. Yes, same time as normal for me, but fuck America, I guess, because British DM. And
North
history
America
repeats
in
itself.
general.
Yes, Dungeons and Dragons. That's what we're doing. Sands of Syldaris. That's what we're playing. It's our second homebrew campaign. Not to be confused with the third one. That's not going to be homebrew, but I will be throwing some stuff in. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
I would assume, yes.
I will throw some stuff in to keep it fun. But anyway, Eroth, Sands of Syldaris. Last time, you guys did some shit. You finally made it to the Sunset Archipelago. Mura learned her true name, which is, of course, Alice Frost, as she suspected after reading her father's journal. Although she wasn't sure if that was her or if she had a sister. Now it's confirmed. You made it
No. I
finally
got that.
to the Sunset Archipelago. It's taken Lindsay 48 sessions of this campaign and about 100 sessions of the last campaign, but we finally made it. Me and Lindsay
Lindsay's
finally
like-
made it to the Sunset Archipelago.
Lindsay's like, woo, you know how long I've been waiting for this?
And you did truly make a name for yourselves. You turned up, you were immediately accosted by a group of grung who thought you might be working for the Sun God, but you weren't. And you proved it by just having a chat with them and speaking grung, thanks to one of Chester's new abilities, being able to speak any language. But not necessarily well, he can't speak any language. He speaks and they can understand him. And I
he
believe
does that
he
thing where
can't.
he just talks louder and like
Yes.
slower.
And from my understanding, he can't understand them back.
Yeah, universal speech, not universal whatever.
Listening.
Yeah, which I guess also kind of tracks for Chester. Universal speech, but not universal listening. You were taken to the main city of Drunglung, also called Drunglung, which of course for you guys is more of a village than an actual city, but these Grung are tiny little frog people and they make do with what they can. You met their shaman, the nearly called him the Grand Wizard. He's not a Grand Wizard. That's a very
Jesus.
different Drunglung.
Yeah. No, thank you.
A gold-skinned Grung. This is off to such a shit start.
Perfect.
We're
just-
great.
I don't know what is wrong with me today. We'll see what happens. But yes, you met a golden grung, their great shaman, and he took you to Drunglung to meet King Ribbles and Queen Amphibia. And of course, Mura immediately fell in love with King Ribbles, who is, of course, a teeny tiny little baby with a ridiculously large crown, who has been put on the throne a bit too early, but seems to have wisdom beyond his years and an impressively deep voice for such a little baby. He informed you that in order to be accepted among the Grung and learn any of the information that they have and have safe passage across Drunglung, you would have to compete in the Trials of Worthiness, which of course included a deadly fucking athletics
Rap
track,
battle?
I guess, obstacle course with someone controlling water and putting different shit in your way, and a lethal giant frog throwing competition where contestants can potentially kill each other, and of course the main event, a rap battle, which Warden won in spectacular
Nailed it.
fashion. Absolutely fucking nailed it with zero prep.
No assistance
Very
from
much a
AI at all.
scenario.
No AI
No.
needed.
Very much a scenario where roles were thrown out of the window purely based off the fact that he had the balls to step up and do a rap battle off the cuff against a DM who had 2 weeks to plan. So, yeah, you won the rap battle. You proved your worthiness. You were deemed adequate by King Ribbles. And with that, you were given some information about the wild magic surges that are going on in Drunglong. There seems to be some sort of giant crystal that they are aware of, which is drawing all of this wild magic into it. They also seem to be aware of the sands of Syldaris, but they don't necessarily know of the sands of Syldaris. They speak of a mighty orb held by the Kuatoa over in Boogledoon. Because, of course, the Grung hate them. They've been at war for centuries, and every time you mention the Kuatoa in front of the Grung, they all spit on the ground. It's very sticky over in Drunglong, and not just because of the spit. With that, you were told that you could make your way across the sea to Boogledoon in order to check the crystal and the orb out. But first, you would have to win the favor of a dragon turtle to ferry you over. Because it's cooler than a boat. Who wants a boat when you can ride a dragon turtle? And that's where we left off. You guys were informed of the dragon turtle's existence and its ability to ferry you. And we left it there, and you were going to plan what to do next in this session. Cue the frog music. And it's gone into one of my normal tracks anyway. God damn it.
You're the frog. Fuck.
How's the music level for you
Wrong
guys? Because I had to
music,
turn it
wrong.
up. I had to turn it up for my Spelljammer game. Is it okay for you guys?
Now it sounds a little too loud for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better?
Same.
Maybe same. I
It
don't
was
know.
quiet for a second, and then it went back to where it was.
1 or 2? 2 or 3?
Weird.
3 or 1?
Right?
If I
I'm
do
just
that,
waiting for It's Not Easy Being Green to bust on here, because that's the only frog music I know.
presumably you now no longer hear it.
No.
Not at all.
Good.
Is this
So that's
more
working.
hair? Oh, okay.
How's that?
1 or 2? 2 or 3? It's the same.
It's the same.
It's going down in OBS. I don't understand why it's not going down for you guys.
3 and 1 are same. Maybe a little sharper.
Well, you start planning amongst yourselves, and I will figure out what the fuck is going on with this. Because it should.
What's the weather like?
In
Oh,
Drunglong,
here? Oh,
No, in the game. As we're prepping to
damn it,
cross
Steph.
this ocean.
you look kind of across the island to see how the weather is in preparation for your journey, and there are storm warnings. I'm sorry. There are no storm
Listen,
warnings.
too real.
We're crossing open water. Weather
is very
actually important.
Yeah,
It
Lizzie's
is
right.
very typical of kind of this tertiary Gulf area where Faltis, Drunglong, Sunset Archipelago are. It's temperate. It's quite hot. It's one of those sorts of regions where like it's either fantastic clear sunshine, nice and hot, or it's like monsoons.
Okay. Do storms like suddenly sweep in like in Florida? There's like one good storm every afternoon, or is it like if it's nice today, it's nice today?
Let me actually double check that for you, because it's not based on that. It's based on, I think I have a table to roll for when you're voyaging, and I don't know if
Yeah. Well, I think
storms
the
are part of
frogs
it.
would
They
like
are not.
tell us like, you know.
Some odds.
Yeah.
Odds of storm
No. If
activity.
it's the weather's going to stay the same. Because
Okay.
it's a table of wild magic surges, but they're not normal wild magic surges. They're like environmental surges. So I just wanted to double check there weren't any storms on there, so that I wasn't like, yeah, there's going to be no storms, and then you roll a storm, and Lindsay's like, what the fuck, Mitch?
Mitchell, you said there was no storms.
Well, I just, I mean, we could. There's only so much prepping you can do, but I
No,
figured the frogs
absolutely.
would be like, it's probably going to be fine, but you might want to take some extra rope just in case, But if we're good, we're good.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Like the dragon
they do
turtle is
inform
actually
you.
afraid of thunder, so make sure you got your life rafts.
Wow, this is too real. Life imitating art, huh?
High Sage Crocolon
I-
just sticks his entire finger in his mouth down to the knuckle and just slowly draws it out, holds it up. It's gotta be clear.
Hey, he's got druid craft. It's fine.
Why did you do that?
Okay, so we know we don't have to worry about that. Maybe if it's sunny,
It's always sunny in Drunglong.
yeah. I mean, Linger's still gonna need at least a parasol, if not an umbrella. So.
Guys, I'm getting
quite
an
possibly.
emergency weather alert on my docent.
Your docent has the weather channel.
How
What
long
I
is the
am
rain
actually
supposed to
gonna
last?
quickly do-
Rain will start in 5 minutes.
I'm just going to
And
switch over
last
to the
for
map
20.
view so that the audience at home can see the Sunset Archipelago as a whole. And just while we're thinking on what we're going to do, because I realized I didn't actually do this last time, the Sunset Archipelago is, as the name suggests, kind of a collection of a few different islands. It's not just Drunglung and Boogledoon, but they are the two main ones. It is, in my opinion, fantastic fun. You can see there are quite a few islands kind of dotted around. They are the two in the center and they are the two major ones. But there is kind of up to the north, there is an elven settlement of Thiscara, which is like sea elves. There is Mordrond, which is very dwarven settlement. Just kind of like offshoot of some dwarves who are out here basically in the middle of nowhere getting resources from this other area that they can then ferry back to the homeland, the fatherland. There is Durhagon, which is orcs. Nice little island of orcs. There is Isla Torrentia, which is a human settlement. Kind of mix human and elves, just kind of generic fantasy. Same with Belgrave, generic fantasy island. Nice mix of the vast majority of the races. And you might notice I have missed one particular island out, and that is Fort Shorewatch, which might seem like a bit of a strange name for an island. And the reason it's called Shorewatch is because after quite some time of realizing that the Grung and the Kuatawa were constantly at war, the humans decided, let's fucking invade this one island and just set up like an outpost here, and we're just gonna keep an eye on these guys. And it's literally just like a bunch of soldiers constantly watching Drunglung and Boogledoon because they figured out that the Kuatawa have crazy god-making powers and the Grung are also weirdly powerful, and they're just terrified and watching from a safe distance. And then, of course, as you can see, there are other small, kind of miscellaneous islands dotted around to make it a nice, proper archipelago of sorts. And that's the
Yeah.
Sunset Archipelago.
Beautiful.
Says High Sage Crocolon as he finishes describing all of this to you guys. Fully aware that the humans are watching from Fort Shorewatch. But yeah, he kind of like taps the staff on the ground and... So, if you want to find the dragon turtle, we can, of course, take you there. But... he lives mostly under the ground.
Why? Is that normal?
He goes there to sleep, nice and safe. There's like a big den of tunnels above him, so people that are trying to find and kill him while he's sleeping will just, I don't know, get lost and die. And there's some kobolds there that worship him, so that's pretty fun.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We don't really have too much issue with the kobolds. They kind of stopped killing us after we stopped sending people in to kill them, so we don't kill each other anymore. As long as we stay away from the den.
I guess
the
that
den
makes.
that we're about to go to. As long as you stay away from that, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Good luck. Have fun.
MC
Bye.
Gold Steel has left the building.
What'd you say?
You are.
MC Gold Steel has left the building.
You can see Notorious FROG is still crying in the corner
Oh, wow.
after the monumental beatdown from
makes
Warden.
the blood. Warden makes the blood and sign and walks away.
Blood. Oh my god. Stop it.
Warden's just crep walking away.
You're so bad.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, cool.
He can do it. He's got the mechanical fingers, you know.
Oh my god. Stop.
Well, he's half of it, whatever.
You are given kind of a small map. You very much get the sense from, oh my god, the where the hell I go. You get the sense from the map that you're kind of handed. The way these guys work is they don't really have like a map of Drunglong itself. They sort of just have individual maps, like one for each place they want to go, and all that's on the map is like, here is the town, and here's the path to the place. And that's about it. You just have like A and B, and that's it.
Good voice. Oh, how far? How far away is this place?
It's like hour or two. It's like as far as kind of the islands in the Sunset Archipelago go, it's not. It's one of the biggest islands here, but these islands aren't massive, and you're kind of like towards the center of it. So, getting kind of anywhere from the center of the island is a fairly easy job.
All right. Well, unless any of you got anything you want to do while we're still here, should we head out?
Yeah, I think we should head out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we live 100% this area already, you know. With all the side quests,
We
all the
100.
collectibles.
We don't have all the collectibles. The last one to get is King Ribble's crown.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
If you want to
I thought there's
platinum
an
Sands of
exploit.
Syldaris, you need
I
his
didn't
crown.
know you were Ubisoft, Mitch.
Booby.
Just put a basket on his head, and I think we can steal it that way.
Cool. So, you set off towards the den then, presumably?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, as you're traveling along the island, it's quite nice, and it's probably like a somewhat refreshing change of pace in a way where like it is almost like you've landed on like a holiday destination island. Like there's sun, sea, sand pretty much everywhere. Nice kind of tall palm trees. You can see kind of around you as you're making your way across the island. Like there are grung scaling their way up these trees, just literally with like their little suction cups, and like throwing fruit down to each other, wrangling giant insects to take back to the village. But you kind of all can feel like that kind of background tingle in a way of magic, of this kind of wild magic going haywire almost. So who wants to roll a d20 to see if a wild magic surge happens while you're walking?
May I? Because it's my birthday.
Yes, happy
Yes,
birthday.
happy birthday. How did I not know?
It's
Well, it's
not
because
his
it's actually-
birthday.
It's actually a Monday, but like
Oh,
weekend.
Yeah, it's your birthday session.
basically my birthday.
yeah,
So
yeah. It might as well be.
happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
How old? How old are you now?
Well, I'm now officially entering my late 20s, so 26.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh.
2-6.
Makes
Still
me
the
feel
baby.
so.
It's not me.
so-
Share a birthday with Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins.
nice.
And St.
My
Patrick's
birthday is
Death
next
Day.
Friday.
Yeah.
My birthday is next Friday, so technically it's my birthday session too.
Well, I'm
Now you're
curious.
stretching
Yeah,
it. Now
Ethan.
you're stretching
You
it.
know, you're not supposed to ask.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be
I'm sorry.
37.
Does McDonald's release a specialty shake for your birthday?
No. Nobody does anything for my birthday except cry. Yeah, I'm gonna be 37 because I am old.
Wow, you don't look 37.
Thank you. I'll take
Yeah.
that any day of the week. No, I told one of my friends who her birthday is on the 12th, and she was like, I'm turning 41. And I was like, you look great. She's like, how old are you going to be? I told her 37. She's like, yeah, you look like 27. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Also, it's a 16, Mitch. Sweet 16.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's my lucky number.
Nice. So wild magic
You will
surge does
die.
not trigger.
There we go.
So you carry on kind of journeying across this island, and like I say, it's very nice kind of change of pace. Everywhere you've been before now, especially with like such heavy sun god activity, it's like you walk for an hour and there's an enemy, or there's a fucking T-Rex, or there's this. Like here, it's just like a really nice 2-hour walk in the sun. You know, Linga can use her magic and stuff, and so can Mura to like keep everyone nice and cool, nice and clean, smelling good.
I think I actually
all the
have a cleansing
prestidigitations. You do have a cleansing stone.
Yeah. So we'll just kind of like make a game of passing it back and forth. Be clean. Boop, boop.
Rip's sitting on Linga's shoulder, just fanning her with a leaf.
Mm-hmm. He's a good boy.
Chester going pantsless because of the heat.
Yeah.
Once again, Donald ducking it, as I learned
Donald
the
ducking
first
it,
time he
yeah.
did it. Who was it that introduced us to that? Was it Lindsay?
May have been. May have been.
Because that nearly
Are
killed
the
me
grung
when that
like
happened.
braiding in little shells to all your fur? Because it's a beach
Yeah.
trip.
They absolutely can if you want.
I'll do a Hawaiian shirt themed attire.
Nice.
Nice.
Sure.
But yeah, as you're kind of like journeying along, you do kind of eventually see the ground kind of starting to rise and fall a bit more. And you can kind of see it now from a distance. It's fairly easy to spot. The entrance to this kind of like kobold den is effectively just like a jagged tunnel mouth carved into the side of this hill. And you can actually see like flickering of torchlight. It's much more conspicuous than a lot of the ones back on Azith would have been. There are some very well hidden kobold dens in Azith, as Lindsay found out in campaign 1. But you can, as you kind of get close, even from this distance, kind of like the sea breeze as well as just kind of carrying it over to you, you can smell just the faintest hint of like sulfur and singed frog skin that just kind of lingers slightly on the wind. And you can kind of see slightly down the entrance, the passage kind of twists and narrows a bit. It seems to be lined with murals from the looks of it, not to be confused with muras. But you probably wouldn't be able to make out what most of the murals are unless you're kind of getting closer. Can everyone give me a quick perception check?
I think I will go look
Yeah.
closer. I like information.
Yeah.
13.
22.
Damn, Warden.
Nice.
And Linger.
Damn. 22 and 18 will do it. I think with Warden, the docent's just like zooming in and enhancing the sound.
Enhance.
I'm getting a
Enhance.
lot of usage out of that.
Absolutely, it's so
mean,
much
as
fun
you
to
should.
just
Thing.
use
It's really
it.
great
for
until the original
memes.
devs like abandoned the software for
Yeah,
Shut
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then, like, if you give it a year,
It's gonna be
give it a year, it'll go
subscription-based at
open
some point.
source.
Oh my god. What do you mean this is now subscription based? Why do I have to pay for this? I was using it free
One's
before.
eye just shuts down.
Listen,
I already
It's only-
bought it.
it's only $4.99 to get 100 more coins. So
Yeah.
And it has microtransactions. What?
You get a
But
new
you have a
skin for
daily
your
login
dose.
bonus.
Okay, but if I only if I pay $10, I can make it change color to pink. Ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
If you pay
those of
$20, it plays a new sound.
Ooh.
you get to pick
so
the
the-
sound even, so it's like,
Yes.
whoa.
Yeah.
the 18 plus, you guys can kind of hear the kind of faint sounds of activity from the tunnels. You can hear like distant chattering, a bit of kind of like metal on metal clang, and there is a very unmistakable sound for the two of you that is very clearly something exploding and then a triumphant cheer.
Wow.
Sounds like a
Deep
celebration.
inside the den.
It does sound like we are in the right place. They did say there were kobolds here, right? Worshipping the-
They
Well,
did indeed
yes.
say they were kobolds.
Yeah. Yes, I think we've meets expectations, I will
Lingus
say.
sees Hole, hears cheering and explosions and goes, yep, kobolds.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Is this a sneak-in situation, or be like, hello, we're here to talk with your dragon turtle, worshipy?
Maybe we should cobble together some sort of faux offering so that we seem a little more in line with their expectations of visitors coming here.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna start digging through her bag.
Yeah. Here's like, what? Okay, I got stuff. Don't worry.
Do you
Let's
think
see.
these kobolds will like a bath bomb?
I mean,
Of course they will. Let's see. I have 30 gold worth of sundry shit, so that's.
I will
helpful.
give them a magic bean.
I apparently have 0 bath bombs. That doesn't seem
That
correct.
is- So dangerous if you're giving them one of your magic beans.
Yes, I have 6 left. They can have one.
I
And
definitely
they're
have,
gonna
like,
raise a
red
mummy
bombs.
lord.
All right, let's see. I'm
Well,
gonna give.
but then that'd be their issue to deal with.
Yep, yeah, not my problem at that point.
I know I have a bath bomb in here somewhere.
I don't know why I have 0 bath. Must have not been rolling for bath bombs recently.
Probably not. I know you did at some point recently say you were going to make some more.
I did. Would you like me to roll for how many I made?
Sure.
What do you
Give
want?
me a... Fuck it, it's Mira. Roll some percentiles and we'll see
Okay.
on a D100 how many bath bombs Mira has.
Oh my god, literally 10.
You have 10 bath bombs. You could have ended up
Okay.
with like 80 bath bombs. Instead, you have 10.
That's so wild. I've had 10 bath bombs.
Alright. Math
I
bombs,
also-
beans. Anyone else got any B-letter things we can give them?
Oh well, let's see. Buttons. I have buttons.
Buttons, Battlestar Galactica, bears, yes.
I
I will take off a
Beats, Bears,
silver.
Battlestar Galactica.
a silver's worth of my sundry shit. For
I have
Whole silver. Very
I
generous.
have a tank of sobriety too. Mira just starts pulling stuff up. I have a rope of mending. I have some pixie dust. I've got 2 pipes
Oh my God.
of smoke monsters. That they might like those. Mira's just like, you know, like when you have your purse is full. Lindsay will get this. You know when your purse is full and you're like, I can't find shit in here. Mira just like starts. 'Cause
Yeah.
First of all, it's a bath bomb bag of holding, not a regular bag of holding, so it's just her purse. that she's dumping out. The bath bomb bag of holding she does not dump out.
So, the pixie dust. Mura's just been carrying drugs this entire time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have a giant cotton gun
Since the
sized
university.
syringe.
That tracks for
Yeah.
Mira.
Mira, you've been a drug mule this whole time?
Huh? No, well, it's not mine. It's
Warden-
my friend's. He left it
Warden
in
got
the
for
seat
someone.
cushions.
Warren just leans in. Is like, you cannot tell Lingler about this. You know she has a
It's
problem.
Lingers. She's holding
when
it
you-
for Linger.
You get pulled over, and you're like, "That's not my weed."
As they're whispering about it being Linger's problem, she's like moving her alchemy set to the side to see what else she's got in her bag. Briefly looks up. What? No. Oh.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
What are these
Peter.
blue crystals?
Sorry, I'm distracted by a dog. Oh, I have biscuit basket. Speaking of dogs,
Oh yeah.
God.
she takes the
You
whole
can't
biscuit.
give him to the kobolds.
I
What would
won't.
Spanner say?
I would never. This is not for the kobolds, but this is just for us. It's mostly for Rip to ride. Hi, buddy. Do you want a treat? I gotta go give him a treat. Hold on. He hasn't been out of the bag in a while. Okay, hold on.
Winds him
Honestly,
up.
tracks.
All right, well,
Basket
I
has
feel
just
like
not
this
been let
is-
out since campaign 1.
This is a nice selection. I would be happy if someone gifted me this stuff. All right, so why don't we make our way inside, sort of announcing our presence, I guess.
Yep. You can
Matt.
do if you want.
Oh, you know what? I'll play my saxophone.
Epic sax guy starts playing.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Um,
fallback.
It is. Funnily enough, it's because it came up in conversation recently the other day for me. But yeah. Damn, I misread that. I looked back up at my notes and saw singed frog skin, and out the corner of my eye, it was a very different singed skin beginning with F.
Oh.
I got it. I got that.
Yeah. But yeah, are you getting closer to the entrance to the den?
Yeah, he'll play something kobold related.
Cool. Give me a performance check. It's gonna be like a 50,
You know,
but you know,
What are the
might as well.
what are the kobolds like?
They like jazz,
17.
but like really experimental jazz.
Defiant jazz, perhaps.
Oh.
17's good enough. So yeah, as you're kind of getting closer to the tunnel, you can see now the passage is lined with very, very crudely drawn murals now that you're close enough to see them properly. They all kind of depict dragons of like enormous size. Most of them are like breathing fire, they're crushing armies. Some of them are just like inexplicably wearing teeny tiny crowns for some reason. And kind of like among all the dragons, there is a single armored figure sketched in this like gleaming gold paint. And this very, very shaky inscription. Does anyone read Draconic?
Oh, me.
So,
Yeah, I think I do.
in incredibly
Your
shaky...
docent probably does.
I don't think that was one of the languages, because we picked languages purposely
Yeah.
that weren't held by anyone else.
I actually don't have it written down, I don't think.
God damn it.
Damn
Docent,
it,
play back the episode
Oh, no,
where we
no,
picked...
no. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll just go back to the episode where we picked it.
Docent, play it back. But yeah, it's very, very shaky, very childlike Draconic. But it does painfully read. Sir Icky, holy champion of Argentis, chosen of the Skyfather, smiter of heretics, also very tall.
Sir Icky.
Yes, I will paste it into the mid-session chat.
Sir Icky.
All right. Well, Linger will read this aloud.
And
that
it is
everyone-
all in caps on the inscription as well, obviously.
She doesn't scream it at everyone, but she does let them know that it would be spoken in a very loud and authoritative way.
Yes. I would say as well, no roll required for this. You guys would all know who Argentis is. That is the name of the Platinum Dragon, one of the gods of Eroth. It is a very legally copyright safe name for the other Platinum Dragon, because Platinum Dragon isn't copyright, but
Right.
Bahamut is.
And the Sky
Or
Father
Bahamut
is
in
that-
this context is. But yeah, are you kind of entering the tunnels or just kind of reading this on
Well,
the
hey,
outside
hold
while
on,
Chester's
hold on.
playing sax?
Back up. Is Skyfather a name that is associated with Argentis, or is that something else?
Give me a religion check.
Okay. Let me go back over here. Religiones. How about a 24?
Yeah, generally, probably not one of the more used names, but like stands to reason it very much is like a name for Argentis. It certainly tracks that
Okay.
would be something that someone would refer to them as if they were worshipping the Platinum Dragon.
Just double checking. Because, sun also in the sky. Gotta be sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
Not to be
All right.
confused as well with the Godfather. Very different god.
It's a very different father.
Specifically the father of gods. The god
Yes.
fathers. Something.
We got there.
But also not the all father, the father of all
No,
that are fathers.
No, not that guy.
exactly.
Or the Hog Father.
Definitely
Father
the
of all
father.
hogs. Or the dog
Hebrew.
father.
Yeah, don't want
We are
that.
like one step away from this becoming another holes session.
What?
The last time we had a
Alright.
kobold den, there were so many hole jokes. So many hole jokes.
Mitch
Why?
And,
really
like,
wanted us to get up in his
tunnels.
holes.
It wasn't even me that started it. I think it was Jarrett that started it. Because he was talking about squeezing Gunark into a very small, tight hole.
That just sounds like cave diving, which we're not going to be doing.
All right. Well,
Let's be real, if any of you are going to go cave diving, it's Mura.
Mira, here's the
Not
thing.
intentionally, someone would just be like, it's really cool, and Mura would be like, okay,
like,
and then
okay.
get stuck.
oh, I didn't know
You're
you were
the
into
cheesecake at
women.
the bottom.
I heard that, Lindsay. Yeah, Mira would just get stuck there, and everyone would be like, wow, she died. But she didn't die. She just is stuck in a cave. Forever.
Just
upside
Stuck
down.
in there.
Yeah.
All the blood rushes to her head, but
Yeah, Linger's
we
like,
heard,
I don't know how that is. Sorry.
Have we heard any approaching kobolds or noise headed our way?
So they're not approaching the entrance, but if you are kind of stopping at the entrance, you can kind of hear faintly, it does kind of echo round the tunnels a bit. There are kind of more cheers, and the cheers start to die down. And you can hear from kind of much deeper in the den from the sounds of it. Test trap number 34! Ready? And then there's like a slight pause and, wait, we didn't check if it... And a massive explosion again, more cheering. You see like clouds of dust kind of rise up from the tunnel a bit, and then there's another brief moment of silence, and a third very weak voice calls out, Test 35! In progress!
Oh, kobolds.
Well, maybe we must ascend for them to notice us because they seem very occupied by the booms.
But yeah, it looks like you could potentially quite easily just enter into the tunnel at this point.
Yeah, he'll,
How far you can get? Who knows?
he'll play as he goes, so he's not just like, they're not going to come up on a bunch and they'll be like, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
Is it dark?
What did you say,
Are
Lindsay?
there...
No, so there is like flickering torchlight.
Okay, well...
Again, so similarly, or like different to the ones that you're possibly aware of on Azith, where it's like you enter a kobold den at your own risk and you light a torch at your own risk, because lighting a torch is alerting the kobolds that you're there and they will fuck with you. Whereas here it's just like, oh, torches are lit, we can actually see in here. It's dim, but you can see.
Well, Linger will cast light on the ribbony end
Cool.
of her staff, just to kind of help out a little bit. More steady light.
Cool.
Erp.
Okay. So Chester starts playing. Linger casts light. Are you all entering?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You will, in this first tunnel, have to go single file. So what is your marching order?
I should be in the middle.
Or I guess
I
crawling
think.
order.
Oh,
Or are we having
I
a
guess-
squat walk?
Yes.
I can
Definitely
fit
Chester.
in small areas, at least.
And Warden.
I'll go second.
I guess I'll have to go first then.
All right. I got your back, buddy. Don't worry about it.
I
Given
feel
that
like.
I'm,
God.
I mean, given that I'm the least flexible of all of us, I'll probably best if I go first. So that way, if I get stuck, we at least like can back out. Then
I'm sure I could push you through.
that too.
Just push! Push!
All in that tight tunnel.
Very tight tunnel.
Secret
You
tunnel.
did this, Mitch. It's your.
No, I
fault.
did not. Lindsay would have got there eventually if we kept the way we were going.
Yeah. As long as we don't get to the end of the tunnel and it's like kind of blocked off by an even smaller access that we have to bust through, because that's unpleasant. It's a really unpleasant thing. We
Yeah.
don't wanna
It's
have to do that.
unpleasant, yeah. You know, we
Okay.
just need like a yeah,
No,
never
what
mind.
is it? What do you need? Go on, Steph. Say it to the class.
We just need like a way to open the tunnel a little wider, like.
Mhm.
Or if can you cast grease? We could probably just grease
We
the
just,
walls,
like,
get them nice
slide.
and slick.
And
Yep.
just slide.
Lube
don't know,
Warden up
great.
and just squeeze them on in there.
He's
So,
fully charged, right? Because
yes.
there's nothing more disappointing than getting almost all the way through.
No, like we can totally crawl through this cave in no time. Like we'll come with only half our batteries charged, no food or water. And
Warden
Oh,
just shuts
no,
down halfway through.
I think. Oh no, we made a lot of references.
everyone
to
knows
other
that cave
stuff.
diving is very safe, and no one has
Mhm.
ever gotten hurt, especially
Nope.
from being underprepared.
So, you start
Oh,
making your
you-
way down the tunnels. And kind of the first part of it is pretty easy going. And as you kind of come out to a bit of a wider stretch of tunnel, can everyone give me a perception check?
Sure.
Much harder for everyone else behind Warden, but
24.
damn.
11.
16.
He's all the way in the back, though, so it kind of makes sense.
Mhm.
Nothing but butts.
Yeah, that does make sense. Okay. Mura is just fully locked in on this.
Come on, you guys, lock in.
Can someone roll a d4 for me, please?
I got it.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I was already pushing it, so 3.
Okay, cool. So Mura,
Hi.
with your perception check, as you guys are kind of crawling along the tunnel, you kind of peek around the queue. and you can see, kind of a few feet ahead of Warden, there seems to be like a small lump in the ground.
There's a
Like
lump.
something had been kind of like put there and dirt's packed on top with your 24.
Oh, that's definitely a trap.
Watch out for that lump. She points.
Don't you just hate it when you find a lump in your tunnel?
Stop.
She's lump. She's lump. She might be dead.
Be quiet,
That's
Lindsay.
yeah. I think once you hit your 30s, you have to get your doctor to check for those.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so she points out your lump, Warden. It's kind of like 10 feet ahead of you at this point. What would you like to do? It looks like you
Okay,
could potentially like carefully crawl over it, or you could just
I
go straight through it, or try and do something.
may I
else if you
point out
wanted to.
first that like earlier I said like 80 degrees and you had no idea what I was talking about, but 10 feet. So it feels a little hypocritical of you. Anyway, I would like to go up to it and can I like
D&D is all in feet. It'd be weird if I was like, yeah, it's like 5 meters ahead of you.
Before Warden goes, can I just tap him on the shoulder? Warden, I don't know. I haven't had much opportunity to do this in a while, but my invisible mage hand can check for traps and disarm traps and stuff from up to 60 feet away. Just, you do you. I'm just saying, if this blows up.
oh yeah, magic. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Oh yeah, magic, says the guy being kept alive by magic.
So why don't we all back up in case it doesn't blow up?
Mira backs up, but she makes the beep, beep, beep because it's funny.
Okay, so the invisible mage hand comes out.
Yeah. Well, it's always out giving him a slight massage,
Oh, yes,
but
that's
now
true.
he's using it for a practical purpose. So he will check for traps in these lumps. There's 3 lumps, I'm guessing.
It's just the one.
Oh,
Just the
okay.
one lump, actually.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I think the mailman's here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yes, there is just that kind of one lump, basically in the center of the tunnel.
Okay. Yeah. He will check for traps.
Yeah, I'll say it's fairly easy. Like, I think the mage hand is kind of light enough that it could probably like brush off some of the surface dirt without changing the weight too much. And you can very clearly see there is something buried in the dirt that is very likely to be a trap.
He will attempt to disarm the trap.
Sure, give me a sleight of hand check.
26.
Yeah, that'll fucking do it. I was about to say I can't remember if it's a dex check with proficiency or a sleight of hand check, but I think that's the same thing at the end of the day anyway, if you're
Yeah, I am
proficient in
proficient.
sleight of hand. So, it kind of goes in with the thieves' tools, starts kind of digging around a bit, and you can't see it, but like Chester can always feel what the fingers are doing. It kind of gives Chester the okay sign.
In his brain.
Yeah, and you're kind of able to like crawl over and take a closer look at it if you want. It is definitely disabled with a 26.
All right, was a trap, is no longer. Well, I guess it's technically a trap. It's just not going to go off. So is that still a trap? Yeah, I guess it is. Wow, that really hurt my brain a little bit.
Sorry about
So yeah,
that.
you could safely uncover it if you want.
Yeah, why don't we can take it with us in case we need a trap. What kind of trap is it? Out of curiosity.
It's like a small black metal disc almost. And as you're kind of like turning it over in your hands, you can hear there's something like rattling and shaking around inside almost. Can everyone give me an intelligence check, please?
Oh no.
The gang blows up.
2.
Also 2.
Natural 20.
2, 2, 25, 4. If that
That's what
doesn't sum up the
my
party.
It's what my character would do.
Honestly.
So Chester is like holding it up to his ear, shaking it violently, and Linger's like, that right there is a black powder mine. Like,
All right.
if that hadn't been diffused and someone had stepped on it or pressed on it with their hands while they were crawling, that would have fully exploded.
Okay. Can
And he's like rattling it, listening to it.
can Linger keep it and make sure like
Just shaking it violently. Perfect.
like, you know, to add to
Does
her
anybody know
alchemy
what
stuff?
it is? Yeah, you could. I mean, if you don't want to use it as a mine, you could absolutely like deconstruct the mine, get the black powder out, and use it for alchemy stuff. 100%.
If Chester, if you don't mind, I could probably
No, please.
do a little something with that.
You make the boom go boom, and that's no problem with me.
I mean, I won't make it go boom right now, but you've disabled it, so that's
All right.
good.
Just
I'm
promise
gonna
me at some
just-
point you will make a boom.
I will, for you, the most spectacular boom will be
Thank
Finger
you,
makes a
that's
potion of
hilarious.
exploding, and Chester drinks it instead of throwing it.
It's like Chekhov's black powder device.
Adding it.
It is.
Yeah.
At some point, it has to go off.
Mhm.
Yeah, it will. She's going to hand it to him someday down the road, and she's just going to say "big bada boom" and hand it to him, and he's going to know. He's going to know what's up.
Yep.
And just add that.
Cool.
The main reason I say that is because in a campaign I'm in session 1, I got a thing full of dynamite, and I used it in like session 30 or 40 or something like that. You still have that?
Love that. But yeah, cool. So you've successfully avoided the first trap. You can hear the voices are getting louder and louder, but there is a bit more crawling to do. You will have to continue down the tunnel. So I will need some more perception checks because it's kobolds. It's full of traps.
22.
The minute you heard
Thank you,
kobold,
Pam.
then I'm assuming you knew there would be plenty of perception checks and traps everywhere.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
All the way back to the top.
Brain hurt.
She's busy.
Yep. Cool. That's an interesting one, considering Warden's leading the party.
I'll say.
So, Warden, you're crawling forwards, and as you do, there is, I'll say it's kind of like a last-minute shout almost from Mura and Chester, seeing it as Warden's like about to go bumbling into it, given the 7. So I will say, you guys both kind of see it. Can one of you two roll me a d4?
I will.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Roll. It's a 2.
It's 2.
Kind of like that.
Why'd you make that noise?
This one's fine.
Okay.
So
We'll see.
you guys kind of shout out for Warden to stop. I would have given him a dex save with advantage because you guys see it, but it's fine. This one is harmless. So you call out at the last minute as Warden kind of like puts his hand through a tripwire, and you all just hear and you see this giant log that should not fit in this tunnel comes swinging down towards Warden, and there's like the initial moment of panic. But then you realize because of how small the tunnel is, this log is moving so slow that it is like physically impossible that this trap would ever hit anyone. And it just kind of like slowly comes to a halt and just taps Warden on the front of the visor really gently and just...
Mm.
Huh.
Oh, that was lucky.
That was lucky.
And you can see just further down this tunnel as the log slowly swings back into the ceiling. There is kind of more torchlight. You can hear the voices, and it kind of widens out into what seems to be a chamber. Ooh.
Chamber ahead.
What do you
Okay.
guys like to do?
A rose seed?
Cool.
Yes.
Is Chester still playing music, or are you focusing on crawling through the
He's
tunnel?
gonna start playing some chamber music.
Ooh.
Cool.
Ooh.
Some light music. You guys carry on crawling through the tunnel, and you kind of emerge out into this chamber. It's just kind of like a big square stone section. You can see scorch marks everywhere. There are pieces of dead kobolds scattered around the floor.
Oh.
It is
Oh goodness.
a mess in here. And you can see, it looks like there were more kobolds in here recently, but they've all kind of exited through like another tunnel, which is currently, from the looks of it, almost guarded in a way. You can see there are 4 little kobolds just kind of stood by the entrance, and they all kind of stiffen as they see you. They hear the music. One of them steps forward and, "Welcome, intruders! Or perhaps welcome sacrifices. It depends. You know. We'll see."
Understandable.
Is cherished guests. Do we have that added to the list as a possible option?
They all look at each
Yeah.
other.
Gift bringers? Huh?
They all start whispering, "Gift, a gift, a gift. No, maybe, I don't
Yeah.
know."
I think we should hear these guys out.
You all kind of see as they kind of huddle up. All of them have like across their backs, like very frayed rope, but like kind of lashed to their backs. They have these really crudely, bizarrely shaped like pipes almost on their back that look like fairly crude weapons. You see, they all kind of huddle up, and then they turn back to face you. One of them steps forward. "Very well. We will judge the merit of your hearts in glorious combat. Should you defeat us, we will hear you out."
Like a rap battle.
They all look at each other, look back at you. "No. Like
Oh,
we're
no,
gonna
guys.
shoot you."
Oh no, guys! I don't know if this is
Oh,
gonna work
wow,
out.
that's not very nice.
Yeah. We bring an offering in honor of Sir Icky to your god. She says in Draconic.
and that's cool and all, he says back in Draconic. But like,
Gosh,
if
trying
you
to
can't
help.
even stand up to us, then you're not gonna make it to Icky, because these traps will kill you. Like, you don't have to kill us, we'll just have a little fight, and if you die, then obviously you weren't worthy, and if you beat us, then you don't have to kill us, but you just beat us. We'll see where we go.
I'm gonna need a minute. Linger starts flipping through her book. Don't kill them. Okay.
Oh,
No.
merger.
No. How healthy? No.
Not this one, not that one. No.
Yeah.
Untaps his linger.
I have picked up a few new scrolls, so that'll expand things a little, but not.
She has picked out a few new scrolls.
Yeah, I need the time to scribe them in, and the golds. I need the golds. So many golds.
Yeah.
That's the big issue. Is I need money.
How much money you need? Beer lend you some money.
Yeah, I can give you money.
All right,
So you wanted
I'll
to
do the
go
math
back-
later.
Yeah, do
Scratches his
math.
butt, sniffs his
Yeah.
claw.
Just don't make me do math. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. I think I even said something to Fletch about it when I was like, "Yeah, but just gonna give me a bunch of scrolls, but then I need money to do them." It's like, let's see if Chester will give me some gems. 'cause
I'm not
he's
as rich as I
rich.
once was, but I'm still pretty rich.
He's got so many gems.
So many
I got
gems.
nine left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was 50.
Yeah. Mitch, I'm gonna send you a present in a little bit.
Ooh.
All right, well, we'll try not to kill you, I guess. Just keep in mind, if we do accidentally kill
Yeah.
you, that is your fault.
Okay, big guy.
Exactly. Look at how tiny you are, you cute little guy.
You
I didn't mean
watch.
to do that.
Linga just
do that.
immediately kills one in the back.
I was trying to click mage armor. Right below that one. Let me long rest real quick and fix that.
You watch as the first one that was like, okay, big guy. They all just like pull these pipes off their back and just start like cocking random bits of metal on them. Do you guys want to roll initiative?
Sure.
Yes. So?
Guess so, yeah.
Oh wait, I should probably hit the long rest button too. Hold on. Do long rest. Okay.
Oh,
And this
did we
music is
long rest?
playing in the tunnels as well. By the
Did
way.
we long rest?
Yes, I believe so.
Midge says yes, so.
I just did it.
I did it
just
too,
did it,
so.
Huh? Oh no.
Mitch, as a group, we've decided that we've long rested.
Yeah, cool, chill. No worries.
I would have done this
Beholder
when I
actually
wake up.
joins the kobolds in the tunnel.
Oh, good. Okay. So I won't feel
This
so bad
shit again.
Oh shit! Here we go again. Here we go. Lindsay
I need to
might
do
remember
initiative.
these, but some of you do not. Right. Let's
now. Sorry,
add
I
some
got
monsters.
distracted
shall we?
giving you a present.
That's all right. 2, 3, 4 kobolds. Add monsters. That's dropped them in. Let's not have them all go one after the other because that's boring as fuck. Let's re-roll that. We're not having 4 kobolds go one after another. No,
That's
sir.
annoying.
It just means that like we have all of you guys, and it's just like, well, I guess we just sit back and watch Mitch for like an hour while he role plays with himself.
Yeah. That's never good.
Panda, what
Have
are
we
you
got a
eating?
Chester
Eating it.
initiative?
Yeah.
Don't eat poor stuff.
14.
Thank you, because it's not showing for some reason, so I will put it on for you. There you go. Chester's on 14. Linga's also on 14.
Yeah.
So you guys can go simultaneously. That's good fun.
Oh. Oh, you want to do a combo spell? What you got?
I actually have a spell that I'm going to try for the first time that I'm going to need all of your help with.
Oh.
I like it.
Well, first things first. Top of initiative with an initiative of 19. It's the first Kobold Boom Cooler. The one who was giving Chester all the shit.
Did I roll
Um,
initiative?
I love the
You
boom
did, yes.
colors.
What did I
You got an
get?
18.
Okay, thanks.
Um,
Oh, that means I go next. Shit.
You see as the one that was giving Chester a bunch of shit just kind of steps forward, still chuckling to himself a little bit, kind of shakes his head and goes, okay, new gun time, let's see if it works, buddy. Cocks this very crude looking gun back.
I'm gonna have to wait.
Yeah. That's 18 plus. He's going to fire at Chester, obviously. Just in
Oh,
case we hadn't
great.
caught onto that, because he was
I
giving
hadn't.
Chester shit. So that's an 18 on the die, which I believe hits you before his bonus.
Wait, can we
Well,
see that?
what's his bonus? If his bonus
Oh yeah, you have
is
shield, don't you?
0, I can shield it.
It's
Does
a
he have a
23
bonus?
total.
Yeah, and then he hits.
Cool. So, you watch as he kind of steps forward, plants his feet, bends his knees a little bit, braces this really crude pipe gun into his shoulder, and just, here comes the boom! And just fires a shot at Chester for 1d10. But they're all carrying new guns, so their misfire score is quite high, which is why I was chuckling. Wow, that's a 1. You take a mighty 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
As the tunnel briefly kind of fills with like black powder smoke, all the kobolds are just, hell yeah! The smoke clears. It is Mira's turn.
Can we see the turn order?
No, you are
Okay.
unable to, because I don't
Okay.
have a map for this.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine.
In terms of you guys,
Okay,
it's
Pandora.
Mura, Linger, and Chester, then Warden.
You're a Lincoln Chester. Okay. Great. Because I'm probably gonna have to go walk Pandora since she's losing her shit. I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast. I know this is not normal. It's very normal. Pandora, please, you're stressing me. I've got 3 beams, so I'm gonna hit 3 kobolds. Hopefully. 27,
Hits.
29,
Hits.
28.
Hits.
Okay.
Ah,
So this
shit!
27 to 13. For the 27, I probably killed all these kobolds. 6, not that one. That one's probably alive.
They are leveled up a little bit to handle you guys, but they are still
14.
kind of squishy. So are you hitting 3 separate kobolds?
Yeah, 3 separate kobolds.
Are you hitting the one that attacked Chester or the other 3?
The one that attacked Chester, and then just 2 others of your choosing.
Cool. So you watch as he shoots Chester and then just gets absolutely blasted in the face by an Eldritch Blast. He goes staggering back. And 2 others are just like knocked off their feet by the Eldritch Blast, but you can see they're all like staggering back to their feet. They look a little bit hardier than normal kobolds,
Wow, these
Funnily
guys are a little bit hardier than normal kobolds.
funnily enough.
Funnily enough.
Ooh. This is cool. Thank you, Lindsay.
I think I'll wait on other stuff mostly because I think Pandora is like literally gonna like lose it. But yeah, that's me. Sorry, I have to go walk her. She's losing her mind, and Jay
That's
have to
all right.
go to the hardware store. So I'll be right back. Your beat. Yeah, that's
That
my turn.
is cool. That is the next kobold boom cooler. And he is going to... we'll roll a d4 and see who he aims at. There's 4 of you. That's a fun way of doing it. 4 of you, 4 of them. He could choose anyone. That's a 4. It's Linger.
I mean, if he hurts her, he just changed her mind about what she was going to cast. So we'll see.
As he
Foolish.
points a gun at Linger, presses the trigger. That is a 16 to hit Linger.
I believe that, yes, it does.
Do you have shields? Or
Well,
is it
she
Mira
does
that
have
has
shield. She does have shield. You know what? Yeah. Shield, she remembers. And a wave of cyan colored or cyan colored light, shields her as it does.
Amazing. It
Cast,
catches
yeah.
the bullet.
Yeah. Blows it off. Opens a pocket that you're not sure where it came from and drops it in, and it's still just butter smooth across his thigh. You don't know what happened. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, Maywood.
You watch as he
hey.
fires
No
the
problem.
shot at Linger. Linger magically deflects it, and he just, oh shit, we weren't expecting special forces! Linger and Chester, it is your turn.
After you, sir.
Okay, well, my spell was, I think I maybe mentioned it before, is Chorus of Thunder. So I'm going to try to arrange these kobolds to ideally get all of them in a cone.
Yeah,
So
they're not very smart. They're just kind of stood in a line, like a firing squad. But you guys aren't tied to a post.
Yeah.
So, yeah, try to get them in a cone. And the interesting thing about this spell, which unfortunately you can't actually join me now, Linger, because you used your reaction. But
Oh, wow. Shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's so cool!
if
I'm still participating, even if it's not helping.
yeah, you could still. If Mira and Warden want to, the way he does this spell is he throws insults at them. So if you want to throw an insult at these kobolds to add a d6 of damage, please help me. You have to use your reaction.
And increase the cone size.
Yeah, the cone
That's
size
really
gets bigger
cool.
and the damage gets bigger for every friend up to 4 who wants to help with an insult. So Chester,
Such a cool mechanic.
it sounds like you
Yeah.
guys like loud noises, so I hope you enjoy this from me and some of my friends potentially. And then he's gonna let flow with, "You suck." Times 4.
Amazing. So they need to make a Constitution saving throw. All 4 of them.
And does Warden and, well, I guess Mira's not here, but I guess I could roll the initial d6 and then add to it as, oh, what a shitty bunch of rolls.
One of them nat one. Right, their con save. We've got 19, we've got 13, and we've got 15, and then a nat 1 for 3.
So the 19 passes.
Cool.
And then at least 10 damage if Ward wants to use his reaction to hurl an insult.
Yes.
Insult. I can add another d6.
You've got primitive tech. Y'all just scrap in the rust. I'm Forgeborn Storm. Turn your squad to dust.
Oh shit, a rapper!
And another 2. And then
I'll
guess
say we can
Mira will
ask
say-
Steph when she comes back and we can add it in.
All right.
I'll do that. I'm nice. And it's funny. So all 4 of them are just like blasted back against the wall of the cave by the wall of sound. One of them is immediately unconscious. He's taken too much damage after the Eldritch Blast in that. The one that was giving Chester a lot of shit, I'll say, was the one that got the 19 because it's funny and it means he only takes half damage.
Sure.
He's just still trying to square up to Chester. Then the 4th one has now taken damage finally, and the 3rd one is pretty hurt.
Nice. Bonus action. He will use his mage hand to try to, I guess, knock the one who shot him prone.
Okay.
Just for an extra little
Holy
ear
shit.
attack.
Oh shit,
Holy
they have
shit,
a
good.
-2 to strength. Fuck. 14.
Okay, so he's prone then. 17 is the
I was
save.
like, 16, that's a decent roll. What's the bonus? -2. -2 is the bonus. So he's knocked prone, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, stay
Cool.
down. Pretend you're dead. And you might not be.
Looks over, one of them is just unconscious, drooling on the floor. Didn't even get to take his turn. What's Linger doing?
Linger. Yeah, I'm sorry. Is she doesn't have any insults, but what she is gonna do is kind of gesture, like finger gun gesture at the one that shot her, and she's gonna cast magic missile just at that one.
Okay.
Just because she was gonna spread it out, but
But he shot her, so like...
he shot her. So there's 1. So 3. So what is that? 11 points of force damage, and then she blows her fingers off like that. So
The first one hurts him a lot. The second one kind of like blasts him up into the air, knocks him unconscious, and the third one just slams into his unconscious body and he just hits the ground hard. He's not dead, he is still unconscious.
Yeah.
Because no one's told Linger it's kill time yet.
Yeah.
There was still the promise of, we'll see what happens. The shot didn't hit me, but he did shoot at me.
Yeah. Actually, she's just going to use one hand for the gun because the other one needs to hold the book. So she'll shoot 3 times with her finger, pow, 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 and close her book with a snap and raise her eyebrow all judgmentally.
You see, as he drops down, the other two are just like looking backwards and forwards between Linger's finger and the unconscious kobold. She doesn't need a broomstick! Is that Linger's turn?
That is Linger's turn.
Fucking
I guess
annihilated him.
her tail is holding the staff, I guess, because she needs
Yes.
another arm.
Okay. So he's unconscious. Warden,
Oh, man.
it's your turn.
Well,
Warden still has half cover for some reason. Let's get rid of that.
Oh yeah.
Boop, done. He's got 107 HP now? Fuck.
Yeah. You should have killed me. You had the chance.
Yeah.
And then I
It's
just
okay, I
want to
only
play
need to
another
do
fighter.
8 damage to you and then I can do power word kill.
Perfect.
Oh man. I've survived worse.
You actually did survive Power Water Kill once. Anyway, not in this game.
Let me see. I'm gonna roll. You let me use the Aether rifle.
Let's show
Call
him
that
how
a
to really
gun?
move.
Oh,
This is a gun.
you're
That's not
proficient
wrong.
now too, actually.
He is indeed. Warden just takes a knee, pulls out the fucking arcano-mechanical miracle.
Yeah, 11.
An 11 is gonna just miss.
Darn.
But you see the two of them both full, like, dive to the sides to avoid the blast. It, like, scrapes one of their tails. There is panic. They look terrified by it.
Good.
Are you able to make multiple attacks with the ether rifle?
It does have the reload. What's the reload?
Oh.
It has 6 shots before you need to reload.
Oh, perfect, actually.
And then it's
then
either an
yes,
attack
yes, I
or an action to reload. So you can spend one of your multi-attacks to reload anyway. So they both dive out the way and one just racks another shot and fires 14 hits. Which one are you firing at? There's
Whichever
one who's
one
pretty
does, right?
hurt, and there's one who was targeting Chester, is also pretty hurt and is prone.
Probably one that's not prone, because that'd be a disadvantage then.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so the ether rifle shot just blasts into his chest. Oh, Jesus! Fuck!
God, I wish I was prone.
Just like puts his hand on the wall, one hand on his stomach. Just...
Honestly.
But wait, there's more. I have 3
Warn the
attacks.
guy before you do that! 12 hits, just.
Oh my god.
7 damage, shot hits him in the head slams against the wall, he's unconscious.
Oh god! You killed them!
3
Yes.
kobolds are now unconscious.
I like how the answer was just
Is
yes.
that Warden's turn?
Yes.
Racks another shot. Fuck yeah. Back to the top of the round. It is the one who was antagonizing Chester and is now prone. He looks around, sees the situation is dire. Desperate times! And just kind of like starts reaching behind his back. Desperate measures! Here comes the boom! Just throws this like little black rock just comes flying through the air towards you guys, and you just hear.
Oh.
And it kind of like rolls and stops in front of Chester's feet. You look down, Chester, and there is like a small fuse that's just slowly I need Chester and anyone who would be within how many feet? 10 feet of Chester to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I mean,
As
maybe
he
that
throws
would be
his boom ball.
none of us. No, I'm joking. Probably all of us, right? I'd say probably me.
Sub 20.
What is this deck save?
Oh
Okay.
no, Linger.
Soft 17.
Okay. So Linger takes full damage, everyone else takes half.
No! Leg!
Linger is just having a bad time so far in the kobold den. Someone has shot at her, now someone set off a bomb near her.
Linger's like, I hate this. Are you sure we can't absolutely murder them?
Yeah,
Linger's like,
just
I was
wait.
fully prepared for this, but it doesn't make it any less annoying. I know what kobolds are like. It doesn't make them less annoying.
I was going to show mercy, but
9 points of fire damage to Linger. 4 to everyone else.
Ow!
how dare you?
Bastard.
The smoke clears. He sees you are all still standing and fairly unfazed by the bomb. And he just tosses the gun to the side, throws his hands up. Okay. Okay, I'm done. You got me.
You got me, gal.
It's very hard not to kill him now. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Urge to
not.
kill rising.
Usually that gets everyone. So, like, I don't know what you guys are made of, but it's pretty boomball resistant.
Well, Warden's made of steel, I think.
It's,
I don't know what that is.
Alloy.
Warden's made of alloy. I don't know what that
I
is.
don't think we're allies yet.
No,
But we could be.
Yeah, we could be. Okay. Just kind of sniffs a bunch of blood back up into his nose. Rolls the other guys onto their sides, puts them in the recovery position so they don't like choke on their tongues while they're unconscious.
That's fair.
Puts the guns nearby them in case someone breaks in while they're waking up. Okay. Dusts himself off a bit. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can just come this way. We gotta go down this way. I'll take you to the Hall of Tests, cause you still gotta prove yourselves worthy of Argentus. But first, I had to make sure that you were worthy of the tests in order to be able to be worthy of Argentus, and of course, Icky by extension. So you passed the first test. Good job. And just like pats Chester on the knee.
This is feeling like bureaucracy, which I abhor.
Don't call me
A
a
little
whore.
patronizing.
Okay, puts his gun on his back. This
Okay.
way to the Holy Trials.
It's just a colony of stitches.
And he starts leading you down various corridors. And he is like disarming traps as he goes. Everything has like a really convenient, like there's a stick nearby. He puts the stick in a dent in the wall and it stops the pressure plate from being stepped on. And it's all just super elaborate for half of them. One of them, he deliberately runs through the tripwire, turns and looks at you with like this real evil grin. You kind of suddenly tense up, and then there's just a rain of rubber ducks from the ceiling. That one's harmless. It's just good fun.
That's silly.
As all these
Kicking
rubber
a
ducks
rubber
are just...
duck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, pocketed few of those. Those are fun.
Mira starts picking up as many as she can.
He runs down a tunnel at one point. You guys kind of like speed up to catch, and he goes, right? Death pit! And starts like really carefully edging around the corner of this pit. And you can see there's like a sign in the floor that says warning death pit. And you kind of look over the edge and it's like a foot deep. But he's like really carefully edging around because like someone grung sized or kobold sized could break a leg if they fall in there. But like if you guys tripped over the edge of the death pit, you'd like twist your ankle.
There's like no spikes in it. It's just a really deep
No,
hole.
it's just a hole. Literally like a foot deep hole.
That's
like
funny.
you twist your ankle a little bit, that's about it.
Mira would die.
Mira trips, flips, and just lands on her head, breaks her neck.
Yeah.
You just, however.
And
How far across
eventually,
is it?
the pit,
We just, like,
it's
yeah.
literally like foot deep, 2 foot across. You could literally
Okay, so we
walk
can
through
just. Okay, we just step across it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, this guy must be
Like-
so impressed with us.
For Chester, it's just one solid step, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, he leads you through to a fairly large chamber, and he prove yourself worthy or cower before the might of Argentis. And you can see this is like a hall of trials. You can see there is like another pit with like a beam across it that you probably have to like balance across. There seems to be like a room to the distance that's kind of like full of mirrors from the looks of it. There is a chest in one corner labeled the Sacred Relic of Argentis. And in the middle of the room, there is a pedestal with a button and a sign in front of it that says, "Only the chosen may press the sacred button of Argentis."
Do we have to do all of these, or is like, can we pick a couple, or what's
You
the
must
deal?
do all of them. I mean, all of you don't have to do all of them. Like, you're a group, you can kind of like pick which ones you guys want to do, I guess. But don't
Also,
press the button.
Just for the record, you said we could do these tests or cower. Why don't I just cower and then I don't have to do any of the tests?
Oh, because then
please.
he'll eat you. You
That's
will
less than
simply
optimal.
die.
Okay. I thought I
The
found
might
like,
of
some
Argentis
fine print
is
there.
truly, truly devastating.
How far away is the button?
The button's like 10 feet away.
Do it, just push it. Who cares?
Don't you have?
Chester pushes the button with his mage hand so that it can
Yeah.
reach 60 feet away.
Okay. Chester's mage hand presses the button. You all watch as part of the floor slides open. You see there's like little nozzles in the floor and fire just up from the floor. Torches the
Wow.
invisible maze hand.
Jesus.
And he just looks around. Okay, who touched the button? Who touched the fucking button?
I
Well,
think
none
your
of us-
button's broke.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, none of us moved.
You don't
Okay.
touch the button.
Hold
okay.
Hold on.
Really needs
Very, very fired up.
Sir Icky can because he's chosen. None
Alright,
of you
buddy.
are chosen yet.
Yet. Okay, here. Look, Mira like squats down a little bit, like takes it by his shoulder, but she's like, I'm just gonna say this, like, this anger, not healthy for you. Okay, like,
Patronizing me, punk.
no, I'm just saying that, like, it's, being angry.
I've taken shits bigger than you, buddy.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
Also sounds very unhealthy.
It's that I do you guys
I
have,
nearly
like,
died.
I would say
This little guy's great.
Entomologist here in the Cobalt place? Because I feel like you need to see somebody about that. Maybe you need to
Honestly, I
have your
thought I was giving birth and I'm a dude.
well, your
It's,
cloaca is kind of.
Don't bring my cloaca into this, okay? We were
my
having
God.
a civilized conversation.
Well, I thought we were
Yeah.
talking about biological things.
Poop is
physiology and
civilized.
stuff. Anyway.
Poop's fun.
Listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, it could very well feel like birth because of how you're built.
Or
Um,
it could have been a kidney stone. Maybe it was your gallbladder. I'm just saying, I didn't think you should
Kobolds
get these-
don't have gallbladders. Those are useless.
All right. Well, what are
Are
tests?
Steph's so offended.
As someone without a gallbladder, I'm still here. I mean, I wish I had mine still, but you know.
Yeah. This is a very sensitive topic, Mitch. How could you?
How could you?
I don't know. Funny.
No. What are the tests? Tell us about these tests.
Yeah, so there
Hey,
is...
shh.
Okay. There is another death pit. You must balance on the beam and make your way from one side of the pit to the other without falling to your death. You must make your way through the Hall of Mirrors without getting trapped inside. And then... the final challenge... you must decide what to do with the chest labeled Sacred Relic of Argentis.
Okay.
Hmm.
These seem really challenging, honestly.
They are. Many have died.
Ooh.
Kind of a lot of them because
Where-
they pressed the fucking button.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask. Is like what killed them?
All right.
We've lost a lot of good men to the pit.
I see.
Well,
And the,
Let's
and the Hall of Mirrors.
Well, what happens in the Hall of Mirrors? Is it easy to get
You
lost
don't
in
want to
there?
fucking know what happens in the Hall of Mirrors, buddy. Whew. You go in there, you never come out the same.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Just loving this in the corner.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, welcome to Mitch playing kobolds.
So bad.
let's go check out this death pit, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
The pit of
You,
death.
you head over to the death pit, and once again, as you get closer, the pit is like a foot deep. This one's like 5 foot long, and you can see there are like bones lining the bottom of this lethal foot drop.
So you just leave
Wow.
the corpses down there to rot? Is that?
I mean, how
This
else
seems-
are we gonna make it even more intimidating?
I don't know. I just
Fair.
feel like
Yes, that's
Do you know anything about den design?
more into
It's-
layers
It's kind
myself.
of like ants.
But
like HGTV den hunters and
actually, we'll use this as a learning opportunity.
Home makeover
Linger
den
will look-
edition.
Please tell me about den design. I would like to know. Does it-
no.
Does it translate into a greater layer design, or is it
Kind
is it
okay,
more
so
niche?
look, you've got your types, okay? You've got your dens, you've got your warrens, you've got your layers, okay? Now the way we kobolds like to do it is our dens are kind of more like a warren in that, you know, we have all the tunnels and they kind of weave around each other, and if you don't know where you're going, you're gonna get lost and die, or you'll hit our traps and you'll die, or, you know, you'll find us and then we'll just fucking kill you anyway. You've got your dens, and the dens are more for, you know, like your shit tier goblins. They're usually pretty nasty. But there's an argument to be made that a den and a warren aren't too dissimilar. I mean, this did start out as a den, and we've turned it into a warren. I mean, you know, what really makes a warren a warren? It's the tunnels, I say, and the people you put inside them. The
Sure, there's a
layers.
lot of gun.
This guy is.
The layers, on the other hand, now that's reserved more for like the great ones, like the dragons, you know, your liches, your aboleths, your dragon turtles. You know, the big guys, the big hitters. We're small game down here. We're small folk.
Do you think it would be viable to add some Warren aesthetic to a greater layer?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So okay.
Okay.
So
She starts
check this
making
out, right?
notes.
My cousin over in Dublus. Now, he's real in with one of those bronze dragons, and they have like a super cool thing going on where like all of the kobolds actually live in the lair and they help collect stuff for the horde, and all the warrens or like all the tunnels make it super hard for people to hunt the dragon. And then sometimes people just stumble across the kobolds and they're like, oh, it's just a fucking kobold lair, and then they get stabbed to death.
While
Okay.
Linger's having
Okay.
this conversation, Mira just looks at Chester and Warden and is like, what if we just walked to the other side, like around the pit, and just were like, we did it? He's so distracted right now.
He is pretty distracted.
Yeah.
How
You're just.
far is the pit?
It's like a 10-foot pit.
Chester jumps across the pit while the guy's distracted.
I'll roll. Actually, no. What's his passive perception? Because he's not actively looking. His passive perception's a fucking 8. Yeah, he's not seeing shit.
Yeah. I'm helping.
Chester jumps across to the other side.
Trial 1 commenced and completed.
Wow.
He,
Wow, that was amazing, Chester. Holy
Finishes
shit.
talking to
Whoa.
Linger, turns around. Oh, holy shit!
Yeah, it was a dicey one, I'm not gonna lie, but
Man, did you see that? That was crazy.
He was like, whoa, whoa. You missed it,
I mean,
hon.
there's no way you could fake crossing the pit.
No
Because
way.
you would
No.
die if you tried to fake it. So, like,
Exactly.
wow.
Yeah.
I think we have a new speed record. Damn!
I mean,
Damn, girl!
Chester didn't fake it. He did go across the pit.
yeah. Who wants to do the mirrors? And I could, give you a good pat on the shoulder and a job soon to be well done, which may aid.
I mean, I could do it, but she looks at Warden. Maybe you're, she points to her eye. Like, docent could help.
Warning, low battery.
No,
Oh.
oh my god, I
Oh,
can't
no.
believe you didn't charge it overnight.
Shit, I forgot to put it in the dock!
Me with my Apple Watch every day.
I don't know what's
Um,
funnier is the idea of Warden plugging like a Type-C cable directly into his eye or having to pluck his eye out and put it in a dock.
Definitely the second one.
Because it makes like the AirPod like click whenever it opens and closes, you know.
Oh my god, yes.
It makes like the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con noises actually.
No, that's when he presses it back into his eye.
Yeah. That's better.
Gosh.
Cool. Who's going into the Hall of Mirrors?
Oh,
Yeah, go for it.
Warden, I believe in you.
Okay.
yeah, I'll do the whole
Warden.
mirrors.
You start making your way into this kind of like carved out chamber, and you can see it's very smooth rock, and it's been polished so much that it is like kind of reflective, and you are seeing your reflection, and there are other kind of reflective rocks in there that start to give like that feeling of being in a hall of mirrors, and you get like a couple of turns deep, and suddenly all the reflections of Warden are just like hand drawn on the wall, like they ran out of reflective rocks and they have tried to improvise by drawing on the wall and seeing if that will fool people into thinking they're seeing their reflection.
But they're
But
just
they're-
kobolds?
Kobold
Yes.
reflections are
Oh
Um,
my god, that's the
so for you guys,
stupidest fucking thing
Warden
I've
goes
ever
in,
heard.
you can see a couple of reflections as he's walking in, and then he vanishes, and then like 5 minutes later just walks out a different part of this chamber. Looks absolutely fine.
Wow. Harrowing.
I think I know why so many of them died in there.
Yeah, there were a couple of dead bodies on the ground. Definitely like died of starvation, very panicked looking deaths.
Wow.
I was gonna say more so from like work exhaustion from having to polish stone until it was somewhat reflective.
Oh, there's definitely some of that in there.
Oh my god.
You see the kobold's jaw just drops open. And he, okay, the final test. The sacred relic of Argentis. Inside that chest. What shall you do? And he crosses his arms.
Mira looks at it. Should I open it or should I keep it sealed? That's actually like a real question. Like, should we open this? Should we open it?
Choose wrong and it will
You know-
steal your soul.
Let's open it, I think.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
You should open it, Linger, because you don't have a soul. Sure.
Wow.
That was me. Mira would never.
She has one, that's why she's still here.
She has surplus souls. Are you kidding?
I know, I'm joking.
I mean,
Mira would never.
I could check it for traps and such. Maybe that'll aid in
Even
the,
if she didn't have one, Rip could get her one.
Honestly, no, Mira would never say that. Yeah, you should check it for traps, Chester.
Yeah.
Maybe we could use
Cool.
your mage hand.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Would
is-
you like Rip to help you in any way?
Sure. He can ride my hand over there.
Yeah. And
Rip dramatically
actively
floats
help.
over on the invisible hand.
And he is in his little old timey bathing suit. He's waiting for the trap.
Yes.
He's ready.
That is not terrifying
Um,
at all.
Even before Rip has finished making his way over to the chest, Linga already gets like, it's all good in her head. There is not a single
Yeah.
trap on this chest.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He just goes over to he's seen everything happen so far. He just goes over to the chest, pretends that it's like heavily trapped, and he's like slowly and meticulously disarming them all. Then like high fives the invisible mage hand, jumps back on and flies over.
Nice. I think it was safe. It was, again, a very harrowing moment there, but
Yeah.
He's just shaking his head, climbing back up Linga,
Well,
settling
if
back
it's-
into the horns.
If it's not trapped, I'll open it.
all right.
Mira opens it.
You open it.
my soul
You hear a
sucked out.
scream as you open the chest, as the kobold with you ducks down to the floor and covers his eyes. Are you looking inside the chest?
Yeah, man.
Okay. You peer inside. As you kind of peer over the rim cautiously, there is a single small object in the center of the chest. And as you kind of look at it, you take it in, you realize what you see before you is a banana with a smiley face drawn on it.
That's really cute. I pick it up.
He peeks through his fingers and they are able to touch the relic.
That shit
Oh.
is bananas. B-A-N-A.
How long ago did you put this relic in here? Because I'm kind of worried that it might,
It's like it's a fresh
expire.
banana. You get the sense that someone is like replacing this banana regularly. And he goes, "What do you mean? It is always the same relic."
Okay.
Magic banana. Hey.
Yeah.
Feel it. Please tell me Mira eats it.
Totally. She 100% peels it in the way that I do, where I just peel the whole thing off and then eat it, and then Mitch is
He
really
just-
disturbed. That's a really good banana.
She presumes to take the power of Argentis inside her.
Ah, no, I
Solemnly
just wanted-
places a hand on Chester's knee. 3 days from now, it is entirely possible that she may burst into flames and cease to exist. We cannot be held responsible for this. Your friend's actions are her own. You have
I
been
feel like
warned.
that's
You
always
have
a
our
possibility,
condolences.
so-
Yeah.
It's always a possibility for Mura.
This is a
In,
pretty
like,
good
for completely
banana.
unrelated reasons too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time you're like settling down for a long rest, you look over and she's just on fire.
This
No one
girl
knows
is
why.
on fire.
He recovers from the shock of seeing someone able to even get that close to the sacred relic. And he, okay, very well. Behold, allow me to dispel the magic that keeps the door hidden. And he just like pulls down a curtain that was disguised to look like the rocks next to it, and you see
Oh,
a door
shit.
behind it.
There's some good painting on that curtain.
Yeah.
Also,
I don't
do
know what
have,
you
like, a-
mean. It is magic that I have just dispelled. I am a very powerful wizard.
Do you have a
Yes.
trash can?
Looks nervously at
powerful wizard?
Linga. You what?
Do you have a trash can powerful wizard for this like relic peel?
Relic appeal.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Here you go. She hands it to him. Or you could compost it if you start composting.
He puts it in his
stuff, then-
backpack.
Oh,
I
that's
think-
your compost bin.
I think most of the traps are kind of a compost bin.
Compost is
And-
great for fertilizer.
You can see set into the wall is this enormous metal door that's kind of like blue and silver. There is this enormous dragon head emblazoned on it. It's one of those like double doors, sealed down the middle. He places both hands on it and like Aragorn style pushes the doors open, and as he does, behold the champion of Argentis. And with that, we're going to go for a break.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, a behold.
Dumbledore and
A behold
Aragorn.
door. Wow.
Behold door.
Fuck me, man. Okay, it's break time. I can't top that. We're done. That's the end of Sounds of Syldaris. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Goodbye. We're back. Hello. Welcome back to the Cobalt
Hi.
Den, motherfuckers. So, we left off as unnamed Kobold Boomcaller pushes the doors open. And dramatically, he announces, "Behold, the champion of Argentis." And you can see it is this massive cavern. It's like a makeshift throne room in a way. All the walls are lined with very crude paintings of dragons. And there is a absolutely massive scrap metal throne in the center of the room. And you can see kind of just sitting like perfect attention, hands perfectly on the armrests, full gleaming armor is this like 6 foot something dragonborn knight from the looks of it.
Wow.
Very, very, like, the head shape and style is kind of very similar to the kobolds in a way, but, like, this is this big 6 foot dragonborn in, like, full plate mail. The helmet's off so you can see the face. And he just kind of, like, regards you as the doors open. Bear with me. Let me just double check this fixed itself when I set it up. It did. He looks across at you all as you kind of enter in. And he...
Greetings. I am Sir Icky, holy champion of Argentis, defender of the scales. What brings you to my den?
Yeah, is he an animatronic?
Yeah, is the head moving great?
The head's
or is
moving...
This like
Yeah, no, it's moving like
Oh no.
anything you've seen before. But you can see, like, he's kind of got, like, the bottom part of a helmet round his kind of lower jaw.
Oh no.
And the top half of the helmet is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, this guy's paper mache.
Let's play along just in case. Greetings tonight. You honor us with your presence. Your very live and natural presence.
The armor starts to move. You hear like kind of whirs and hissing noises as he stands up from the throne. That's the wrong button.
Is that the kobolds?
Stands
in the
up from the
back
throne.
saying
You what?
that? That's the kobolds on the back saying that. Ooh, wrong button.
Yeah. He stands up from the throne.
What brings you to my warren?
I thought this was a lair. Sorry,
No.
Alex, stop, please.
We wish to procure passage on the mightiest of dragon turtles.
I see. You wish to speak to our lord.
We do, with your permission, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And there is like full on like Fallout power armor noises as he like stomps over towards you, just
And what if I refuse?
That kind of seems mean. We did the trials.
Yeah. Like, why would you?
Because I am Sir Icky, champion of Argentis and defender of the scales, and you are trespassers.
A trespass is only a friend you haven't met yet, or something like that. Perhaps, were you to refuse, which I don't know why you would, we could persuade you with these gifts that we have brought, like this magical bean, for example.
And these bath bombs. She takes out like 4. Ooh, they're all different colors.
And
Very
these
well.
other things.
and he turns and walks back to the throne and sits down.
Present to me your gifts, and I shall assess if they are worthy.
why don't I float them to him? Like it's like really cool. We got magic that can float gifts to people.
Yeah.
All right, so he'll start with the bath bomb. So first of all, you can only get these from one place and one place only. Normally, they go for an exorbitant fee, as they are worth it. But for you, my fine, real friend, bath bombs. Ooh,
Bath bombs from Europe.
From
They're really
Europe.
old.
they're really old.
Are they edible? They smell edible.
You should probably not eat them because they have magical sodium bicarbonate in it, and that might mix with your acid, your stomach acid, and make you a volcano.
They might like that, actually.
You can eat them if you want to, but at your own risk. It's not recommended. Your mileage may vary.
I know
recommend
not
putting them-
these strange words you speak.
I wouldn't eat them, but I won't stop you from eating them if you want to. They are supposed to be put in your bath water to give you like a lot of relaxation.
He throws one into like there's a little pool of mud nearby, and it just sinks into the mud.
It fizzes a little bit.
You get a little fizzle, yeah.
Little sizzle.
Yeah.
Mostly water, not mud usually, but I like your. Maybe we'll make mud bath bombs.
Who would bathe in water? Water is for drinking.
You're completely wet. Yeah.
Well, you could potentially use them for more trial traps.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we will.
Perhaps we will consider this.
The trial of the bubbles. For you, a bean, which doesn't sound that cool unless you know that it is a magical bean that if you plant and wait for 60 of our seconds, it's something really cool is gonna happen.
Plant the bean.
Oh
You see a
boy,
kobold runs
right
forward to take the
now?
bean from you.
nice.
Boy.
I was kind of hoping he would plant it, and I hope we get a mummy too.
You're really dead.
I will let you roll for the effect of the
Yeah.
bean, as they are your beans.
It does take a minute, but that's fine. We can.
You
wait
told
a
him he had
minute.
to wait. He will sit and wait.
Yeah. All right. He's... Okay, so bag of beans -1. And it's a D100, I think. Yes. Okay.
I believe the last time you used it, it was a fountain of sweet tea.
Yeah.
Perhaps while we wait, Chester, you could regale Sir Icky with some of our credentials as heroes of the light or something. Why are we giggling? No.
Why are we?
He
Why
rolled a
What
51.
is.
oh no.
And
So
then a
51.
9.
For those who don't know, 1d4 plus 8 bright pink toads crawl forth. Whenever a toad is touched, it transforms into a large or smaller monster of the DM's choice. The monster remains for 1 minute, then disappears in a puff of bright pink smoke.
I did roll a 9, but it didn't. It doesn't show up in the chat.
Damn. Okay. So 9 toads suddenly crawl out from where the bean was planted. And he...
9 plus 8 or just. Wait, no.
No, that was the
9
total.
total.
Yeah,
yeah.
I see the thing now. Well, that's fun.
Wow, now you got some magic toads to behold. Maybe use those in your trial, even though they disappear in a minute.
Wow.
Does he touch one? Let's see.
Oh God.
He does not. But you can see he's like itching to. Probably when you guys leave, he is going to start touching the toads.
Oh, that's fine. That's a him problem.
Yep.
You just hear screams behind you as like 9 bullets appear.
Good.
No, that's a good combat for Lindsay. She loves bullets.
I love bullets.
Yeah, he kind of sits up a bit. Can everyone give me a perception check?
I was literally gonna ask if I could do a perception check because I am like, what is this dude? Not very. 9.
12.
16.
Can I just do a think about it?
Can I do a think about?
What sort of
Squint my
think are you
eyes and
doing?
think, just sort of the visual investigation of like what would make sense given the tinny voice, and then he talked out of that, and then the way the
Give me an
armor is
intelligence
moving and the
check.
sounds and the stuff.
Intelligence or Arcana?
I'm just gonna go with the flat intelligence.
Yeah. Okay.
23.
You can kind of see it a bit right now as like he kind of settles into the throne. You can see it would look to like a casual observer to Chester and Mura. Like the Dragonborn is cracking his neck a bit, but Warden and Linger as well, as you're kind of narrowing in and thinking about this. Warden sees it. Linger kind of notices it after she's put the pieces together. It's almost like as he's cracking his neck, you can see it's like he's squirming, like getting comfortable in a seat. But it's not the armor that's moving. It's like the neck is not connected to the rest of the body, if that makes sense. And Linger, based off the sounds, this definitely sounds like arcano-mechanical armor.
Okay. Just confirming Lindsay's suspicions. Fun.
Lindsay literally messaged me that this guy was not real. Like before you even started talking. She's like, what do you want to bet? I was like, what if his head's paper mache?
But Linger's not going to blow the guy's cover because we do still need to like get through this. So it's just more just like a private amusement for herself that she'll tell the group about later. So if that pleases Sir, if we could speak with the dragon turtle, please.
And
You can
thank
see
you.
he's like deep in thought. What were you about to say, sorry?
I just threw in a thank you.
Ah.
Grease and wheels.
Just bear
Should
with
tell him
me.
our name, our group name. It's very impressive. You worked very hard on it.
Oh yeah.
By the way, we're Abracadabra.
Yeah.
You may have heard of us.
No,
Oh,
Oh.
We
Give
don't
us
get
like
it.
an
that
hour.
is an impressive name.
Thank you.
My great ancestors would very much have enjoyed such a name.
Sorry, I'm just trying to double check how long Maywood has left. How long do you have left, Maywood?
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Fine. Cool. So it is what I thought. Good. Because I'm using the OBS timer in the bottom to track up to 3 hours. And I just wanted to double check that it was 3 and not 4. Cool. He,
I could take you to see the mighty dragon turtle. But there is something I must do first. Your gifts
Oh, boy.
are acceptable, but I must test that you are worthy of the dragon turtle, and that you
guys
are
love your tests.
unable to harm him. And if you do, that he is able to devour you. And thus,
and he stands up abruptly from the throne with another hiss and whir.
I challenge you to combat.
Oh, are you
It's
sure
like
about that?
one-on-one? A one-on-one? A 1v4? What are we talking here?
That's up to you. I could comfortably take 4 people at once.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Go you.
All
Wow.
right.
Yes, that was on purpose.
Goodness. Oh, all right then.
Should you prefer to do this mano a mano, I shall oblige. But I could take you all on at once. It would be no problem for a skilled warrior such as myself, blessed by the power of Argentis.
Hmm.
I mean, I
Chester
think-
pops a bark skin. Just FYI.
I think
Yeah,
we
he
should
does.
just all fight him.
Yeah, it gets excited. What was that, Mira?
I think we should all fight him. I mean, might as well if you take 4 people, right?
yeah, if he's that strong, right?
Right.
Well, fun too.
If that is what is considered honorable here, then we should oblige the local customs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts flipping through her book again. Yeah.
He,
Very well. In that case,
Have at, sir!
Hey, your voice changed.
no, I didn't.
Does everyone want to roll initiative?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hold on, give me a sec.
That's up here. Okay. Oh, yo. 13.
Ooh,
Ooh, get it.
very good
Ooh.
initiative. I normally don't do too good at that.
Chester's gonna save us all. It's fine.
What is?
Chester and Warden. I'm just gonna kick it back here. Me and
Samesies.
me and Mira, we're gonna do our nails.
Yeah. Or did you just text me?
Why is it just erased all of your initiatives? That's
That's
really
okay.
annoying. Chester got 23.
Yeah.
What is Ethan
Linga
doing?
got 13.
What are you doing?
Mura got a 14.
Oh, it's Lola. Oh my goodness. I saw her. I saw Lola.
Yeah, sorry, Lola burst in here because I was giving her a bath.
Oh no. Oh no. Poor Lola. Did they get all dusty yesterday with your dust storms and stuff?
No, it's just, you know,
It's just bath time.
yeah,
And
they still smell a little
Warden's
skunky
initiative.
from,
She's too skunky.
she got sprayed last week, so 22.
2. Cool. Chester, your turn.
Okay.
He kind of stands up. He's probably like 30 feet from you.
Okay. So I think he will run up.
Okay.
And wait. Hold his attack until I don't know. Say his friend Warden comes up. But he's just going to give him a big smile in the meantime. And then for bonus action, he will. Oh, you know what he'll do? He will say, "You're going down, and I mean downtown, you big loser." And he will use unsettling words. So he's got a -7 on his next save.
No, you're going down.
Your voice is different yet again.
Cool, so he has a -7 on his next save. You're holding your action. Warden!
All right.
Which
It's
I guess I'm
wardening
probably
time.
going now.
What's that? Okay. Sorry, my dog's being weird. We're having a weird dog day.
Yeah, with a dog on his own.
I am. Yeah, I'm gonna go up and close the distance, and I'm just gonna do a regular attack.
Okay.
All right, so that would trigger my attack.
Yes.
Thank you, Warden.
You're welcome.
22 to hit.
Hits.
And
11.
16 damage.
He's attacking
Nice.
on my turn. How's that fair?
I was waiting for you to come up so I can get
Guys.
sneak attack.
Yeah, you slash into him, he staggers back, sparks fly off the armor. Warden?
This is like Power Rangers levels love sparks or
Yes.
oh hell yeah.
Nice.
13.
Funnily
Pretty low
enough, he
today.
does move kind of like a Megazord. 13 doesn't hit.
Darn. There we go. Now 20.
29 hits. Yeah. Cool.
And
Cool.
for critical for 24 damage.
Cool.
Sorry, I should have said too that I'm 5 feet away.
Yeah, cool. Okay, on a crit, I need to roll for his power armor. Yeah. So Warden, you slash into him. And you're close enough that you can very faintly hear through like the part of that's like around his lower jaw. You just hear like a
Warning. Malfunction.
and like the lower jaw comes flying off of him. Parts of the armor kind of just start falling off. Oh shit!
Oh, so you have one of those too.
Well, his was coming from like inside the armor,
Mhm.
as opposed to his eye socket. And it, as the kind of lower jaw flies off, it reveals a much more kobold-like face. As this part of the helmet has now come off. Do you have any more attacks, or is that you done?
No, I have one more attack.
Of course you do.
I always have more attacks. Are you kidding me?
I have another.
I have attacks for days. 28
Fucking hell.
Wow.
Yeah, that hits.
for 13 damage.
Cool. 13 damage. He staggers back again. More sparks, Power Rangers style. Is that your turn?
That will be my turn, yes.
He kind of looks around at the situation, looks around at the armor. You fool! You have meddled with the champion of Argentis for the last time! And just like slams his hands together and starts rubbing them, and you see sparks start like flickering around his hands. And he is going to swing at you with a lightning punch.
You asked us to fight you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this hard. Fuck.
What?
That's a 12 to hit.
I don't even think that hits linger.
Like thunders into Warden's
not
chest.
even linger.
The electricity discharges harmlessly against your cloak. The second one's an 18, which I think also doesn't hit because you've got a 20.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So for his third attack, he's going to try. Nope. He tries a repulsor blast. He like places both hands on your chest. You feel the energy building up, and there's a, and it just blasts him 5 feet back away from you instead of blasting you away from him. That's his attacks. He just kind of like picks himself up off the floor. This is not what the ancestors would have wanted. Mura.
Wow, I don't feel like that went really great for you.
Punched Warden twice in the stomach and then blasted himself away by accident.
Yeah, all
That's kind
right.
of cool.
It's like watching
Well-
the Iron Man suit tests when he's blasting all over the
Oh my god, yeah.
all over the workshop. lands on his ass.
Oh man. Well, as much as I want to cast leveled spells, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast him 3 times. You know, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. 22.
Hits.
16. Probably misses.
Misses.
Nice. And an at 20.
Yeah.
So 11 on the first one.
So you know the
Okay.
green and gold die I've been using since Thistlewood that I got for Thistlewood that's been like critting you guys non-stop and rolling crazy high numbers. That was the
no.
one I just used for his turn, and it's come back on me now. The dice have balanced out.
Oh wait,
Yeah, took
we
long
do
enough.
max damage for
Yes.
right. So it's 5 plus. I'm sorry, 10 plus 5 plus the 2 I roll. Okay, so 17
Yep.
for the last one and 11 for the first one. It's for 28.
Okay. And with another crit, he's gonna roll for his armor again. What happens to him this time? You see the armor starts kind of like moving slower. His AC has dropped because it is malfunctioning hard.
Oh, buddy.
He's like staggering back to his feet. I can still fix this. The great ancestor Iak builds well. Linga, it is your turn.
Okay. Linger's not going to open her spell book yet. Instead, she's going to try talking like a crazy person. If you would just take a moment to consider, this isn't likely going the way that you would have preferred it to. If we can settle this matter now, you help us, we stop the fighting, we will maintain the integrity of the station that you have built for yourself here and your culture, and say that it was a fair fight and that you were victorious, and then you just say we were impressive. We go on our way, we talk to the turtle dragon, we do our thing, we finish saving the world. You don't, this situation never gets spoken of again.
It makes sense.
See,
to
his
me.
Yeah.
he's like squirming on the floor in the power armor, and there is a. You see the chest of the armor pops open and spits out a kobold, who just on the floor, looks up at you, looks back at the armor. Deal.
Perfect. Pleasure
Hey,
doing business with you. Rip will go over for the handshake.
Shakes Rip's hand. Freezes
A
as
deal
Rip
is struck.
touches him. You see his eyes go wide.
he witnesses the moment of his death.
Yeah.
Rip lets go and he shudders, snaps back to reality.
Perfect. I'm glad that we could be reasonable.
And you see he just immediately like charges over to the armor and is like trying to push the plates back into place and piece it together.
Can I like help him at all?
Yeah, go
So
for
I have
it. Between the two of you, you kind of like piece the armor back together. Most of it, like, it's interlocking. It kind of just clicks back in, but he's not particularly strong and quite clearly doesn't super know what he's doing with what is very clearly like a mech suit almost. So for the audience at home, he is an armorer artificer. And the armor he wears is a mech suit that makes him look like a dragonborn. And he stands back up in the full armor, brushes himself off. Whoops. We're back. Hello. Sorry about that.
Bye.
Pressed the wrong button.
Until next time. Woo!
He brushes
Next time is
himself
now.
off. And
Yes, you fought valiantly.
Mm-hmm.
coughs up a
Thank you.
tooth.
You as well. She's so impressive.
And he,
you
you
did
see,
great.
he just, like, presses a button on the side of the helmet. It all retracts back, and he, oh, fuck it, you know what's going on. Yeah. I mean, I'm still icky. That's true.
Mm-hmm. It's an impressive hustle.
Thank you.
It is, yeah.
Technically, I did make this kind of myself.
Oh.
It's
It
very
was-
impressive.
It was based off of this, and he points to the wall behind him. My great, 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 we don't live very long, great, great, great ancestor, the mighty and knowledgeable Yak Yak. And you can see there is like a handful of these crude drawings on the wall again. And you see it's like kobold, and then like plus sign, and then a very crudely drawn, it looks like a silver horse with no head or neck, and then equals, and then like a centaur, but the top half is a kobold.
Pretty cool.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That
What a
was
guy.
the original mech suit. He was the mighty kobold centaur.
Hey, you know,
Interest.
you're pretty mighty yourself. Don't sell yourself short.
Yes,
I'll
I
tell you
am.
what. I've got a good friend Bud, and here you can have some of this, and he gives him some. This is called the Sticky Icky. So you know, I feel like it's your name. Sort
Hell
of
yeah,
suits
dude.
this.
We blaze up all the time down here.
Hey, well there you go.
Gosh.
That's why it's so musky.
I assume that's what the name came from.
That's the
actually,
perpetual haze.
but, nice.
Oh.
That's why there's just like a thin layer of fog on the floor at all times. They're just so stoned. That's why they think the pit's so deep. One dude just tripped in it and was like, whoa! But yeah, here. Very well. Follow me. Suit guard. And the suit opens up, he jumps out, and it just like closes up. The helmet comes back on without him, and the suit turns round and sits back in the throne. And he just like, he is in basically just like tighty whities, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And just like lands and just starts padding to an exit out the back of the hall. This way!
Hey, I thought you made a really cool mech suit.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's very impressive. Like,
Yeah,
truly. I'm not patronizing. It is.
Yeah, check
one
this
was,
shit
yeah.
out. And he like closes his eyes, and
Oh my
and
god.
you see in the throne, the suit raises an arm, and this like repulsor blast that was supposed to damage Warden blows a chunk in the wall. See, it's so cool when it works properly.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
work up the
I mean, just given the fact that you were able to create that with the resources available here is wildly impressive.
We have had a lot of salvage.
Mm-hmm.
When the Grand Master Iak Iak founded this humble colony, he left to his... What's the opposite of a predecessor?
An ancestor?
Descendants?
Forerunner.
Oh wait.
Descendants.
Descendants, yeah.
Yeah, he left to his descendants.
Oh.
His mighty mech suit. The horse kind of like lower half. And then we've kind of built on it since then.
Yeah, it's take the compliment. It's impressive.
Yeah, man. I'm just explaining the background. Rich history. Pats the walls.
Very. It's a beautiful history.
The things this Warren has seen. Just heads off down the hall without any further explanation. In his underpants and nothing
Weird
else.
guy.
presumably you follow him down the tunnels. And these ones are much bigger. They are tall enough for this mighty dragonborn to be able to walk through. And it descends quite a fair bit deeper before, for some reason, then suddenly banking all the way back up that you've just descended. There's no reason for it. It doesn't double back on itself. It's just one long straight tunnel. But clearly the kobolds seem to think it's impressive that it goes all the way down super deep, but then whatever the tunnel's leading to is back on the surface, so they needed to go back up. And it comes out to like this large cave pool. And it's absolutely massive. And he just kind of pads in. His footsteps are now like echoing in the empty cave pool room. And he, okay guys, check this shit out. Turns to the pool, raises his arms dramatically, and, "O mighty beast of the sea, we beseech you! There are travelers in need of your aid. They seek to traverse the dangerous oceans, and only one such as yourself may ferry them." And there's just silence for like a solid 2 minutes. And then a bubble. And then a couple of bubbles. And then rising up out of the water. The one thing probably so far that hasn't been complete bullshit since you landed on Drunglung. An enormous dragon turtle emerges from the water, steam curling out from its mouth. It's like, it's so big that like the head kind of rests on this bit of land that you are on, and the eye is like the size of Warden.
Oh, wow.
That's that big boy.
And the dragon turtle, "Hello. What brings you here?"
Greetings, Your Majesty, and I mean that in that you're very majestic. We are Abracadabra. Maybe in your travels you have heard of us?
That is a fantastic name.
Well,
I told him it was a great name. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your steward here, may I just say, you've made an excellent choice. He's very wise and strong, and other good words that mean he's a good person and stuff.
Yes. He keeps the riffraff out with his... And you see, like, the eyes narrow.
Like the rapper? Oh.
Shenanigans.
I met that guy before.
No, I'm sorry for your loss. Yes, we were wondering if perhaps Your Majesty could take us from here to here, meaning this island to this island, and he names the islands that he wants to go to.
Drunglung to Boogledoon.
To Boogledoon.
Yeah.
The boogle. The
Yeah, man.
boog.
Toast and a boogle.
Yeah.
Goes to the Google.
Head on
Hitting
over
the
to the
boog.
boog, man.
Smoking a pancake.
There's like a few more kind of bubbles in the water, some more steam billows out, and I have been asleep for, and you see like the head kind of turns to the side to look at, you can see like watermarks on the walls of the cave. Ooh. 50 years. A brief nap. I suppose I could do with a stretch.
Most kind. Yeah, nice to get out every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yes. Very well. You may, and there's just as he starts slowly turning in the water, climb aboard. And this enormous flipper just slowly emerges out onto the land. I will ferry you.
Ooh. I mean, just cool, basically.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. Would you like to come with us, Icky? I mean, if he's been asleep for 50 years, this must be quite a momentous occasion, I would think. For
Nah,
you.
man, I got shit to do.
Okay.
Alright, so
Icky's
keep it safe.
place is here. He is the master of the den, and the protector of all of my treasures,
Oh,
and the sacred relics of Argentis. All of you are like, you can immediately tell the dragon is like, yes, the sacred relics. Like he's just
Right,
given them a bunch of
yes.
shit and been
So
like,
sacred.
these are sacred relics, protect them and protect me. Or if someone
Okay.
powerful comes through, alert me.
yeah. I guess they're more of an alarm system than
Yeah, basically.
anything else. Yeah.
Yeah. They are the-
Like
the
some
bells
things
on a
they
string.
can stop, but anything stronger than the kobolds, they will come sprinting in a panic and scream for him. And he,
All right.
very well. My name is Ashada.
Ashada.
Yes.
Ta-da.
And you are Abacadabra.
Abracadabra.
Are you all called the same, or is this like a group thing?
It's a group name. If I may introduce, this is my friend Linga. This is my friend Mira. This is my friend Warden. This is my friend Rip. This is my friend Chesterfields. Well, that's me.
I'm my own friend.
A pleasure. He squints at Rip. Good to see you again.
What?
Rip nods. They fist bump.
Yeah. Rip just goes, has a silent, very hand wavy conversation. They catch up real quick.
Checks out.
Yeah, I guess.
No one's reacting.
fine
Like
with
this
me.
is weird.
Yeah, we're
Normal. Whatever.
yeah. Kind of used to it.
But yeah, you climb on top of the dragon turtle, and it's this like ancient shell. It's very clearly like a very old and powerful dragon turtle. It's covered in moss, coral. There's like sun-bleached driftwood snagged in parts of the shell, and it just turns and starts to swim out of this cave with you in tow. And it will take probably a day or so for me to reach Boogledoon.
Okay.
Is that
That's not bad.
acceptable?
More than, yes. That's,
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
My shell is the size of most small ships, so you should have plenty of space to roam.
Yeah. Sounds
Please
nice.
do feel free. Don't feel confined to one space just because you think it's rude.
Oh.
Just don't
No.
piss on me. The last guy who did that is a smudge.
Oh, yeah, understandable.
Yes. Very well.
Okay. That is.
And he just
Oh.
starts slowly making his way into the wider sea. You see he kind of like stretches his head up, this enormous like green head. The air tastes different. Has something upset the magic here?
Yeah, actually.
Oh. Mm-hmm. It's on our to-do list. Fix.
Good. It's not entirely unpleasant. But it's annoying when things change.
True.
Agreed.
Very well. Let us begin. And if you have any
Yay!
tales to regale me with, I'm very interested to know what has happened in the past 50 years.
Well, I'm out. So I'll be over here copying my scrolls.
So
Um,
much,
and-
but Chester's got the best tales, so.
That, as he starts into the water and presumably Chester launches into a long
There's this
tale of the
federation of
history.
kingdoms, you see.
We are going to end our session there because there is some stuff that can happen while you're crossing the water. We've got some special
yeah.
wild magic surges that can happen. So we'll pick up with that next time.
All right.
Where I have to run Kuatoa for the first time because they terrify me because they can literally think a god into existence.
Wow. That's pretty wild.
They have some really strange powers, and it's terrifying to think about because it's like if enough of them gather and they believe strongly enough in a certain thing, it will just happen, kind of thing. Which is a terrifying thought as a
I
DM.
played a Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and that was a thing
Yeah.
that happened. But I didn't
Yeah.
know that was like just a thing. Like I thought it was specific to that dungeon. I didn't know that was like a racial thing. Interesting.
No, it's in
That's crazy.
Out of the Abyss as well. They create like a really, really bad knockoff version of the Demogorgon called Limugugun. Because they saw a reflection of him one time killing everyone in the water and they were fucking terrified and they were like, well, I guess we're worshipping this super strong guy now. And then one of them was like, well, what's his name? And the other one was like, Limugugun, yes.
Yep. Got it.
I forget what the Mad Mage one was. Yeah, I can't remember.
So like that's a thing. And I've been terrified that some of my players will be like, well, we can abuse this, right? And we'll just become fucking gods. They do the same thing in Baldur's Gate if you've seen them. They're in the Underdark, hidden away.
They do.
And a red cap has convinced them that he's a blood god.
Oh
Wow, I
yeah.
must have missed that. Wow.
And you can convince them that he's not. And the minute they stop believing, he just turns back into a normal red cap.
I love that.
It is such a perfect demonstration of Kuatoa power. And you can also get them to worship you, and you end up with like a permanent buff for the rest of the game, and you can summon them.
Oh.
That's crazy.
It's funny how
It's
like easy
fucking
it is
awesome.
to miss things. Like
Yeah.
how different people
They
have
are
different
so
playthroughs on
hidden
that.
away.
Yeah.
Like you've got to jump across a bunch of mushrooms, and then there's an exploding mushroom on the side of the cliff that you need to jump to. So if you land on it, it will explode and blast you off the cliff. I've died there repeatedly. But if you shoot it before you go, then you're fine. Then you can jump across and climb down to the Kuatoa. What is? Oh, he's convinced them that they're looking for Baal because there's all the cultist shit going on. And he's like, yes, I'm him. And you go down and they're all going, Bual! Bual! And they think he's a god called Bual instead of Baal. Good fun. So we'll see what shenanigans Chester gets up to, I guess, with Kuatoa next time.
Oh yeah. I'm plotting now.
Yeah. It's a test. It's my first time actually using Kuatoa because it is quite scary. I'll dig up some of the lore stuff and paste it into the mid-session chat so people can see, because like it is a genuine thing that they are able to do that. But maybe if you get them on your side, it can be really useful for fighting against the Sun God. Who knows? We'll see.
That could be
We'll
cool.
see you all next. See, there you go. Max loves them, and that's all we need to hear.
Honestly.
If Max loves Kuatoa, we all love Kuatoa.
Honestly.
Exactly.
Cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. I love
did.
throwing kobold shenanigans in, and I've been looking
That
for an
was fun.
opportunity to do it. I know technically I can throw them in anywhere I literally want to, but like, I like throwing it in a point where it either makes sense or like where it's been, you guys have been like absolutely fucking railed for like 10 sessions. You need a break from the serious stuff. Let's go to the kobold den.
Yeah.
Like campaign 1, we had a bunch of cities being burned down and people were dying before you got to them in time, and it was like, okay, let's take a break and go to the kobold den and we can get back into the serious stuff afterwards.
It was a good time.
It was. Cool. I will put us on the end screen there because I am starting to ramble and also get hungry.
Me too.
Samesies.
We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.